The award-winning Cool FM Sports welcomes you to Senior Day here at Coppola Field at Buena High School in Sierra Vista as our Buena Fighting Colts are taking on the Flowing Wells High School baseball team. It is a tale of two, strike called at the knees. It's one down here in the top of the first inning. A 2-ball, 2-strike count. Got started just a little bit late here as this game started about a minute early. And that is a big swing and a big miss. And they go around the horn and over a throw. While they're doing that, let me grab my umbrella here and get set up. It's Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call for you here at Coppola Field today. Doing my best to bring this to you. John Berger will be joining me momentarily, probably closer to the bottom of the hour. But in the meantime, Flowing Wells sitting at 8-16. 2 down here in the top of the first. They step up to the plate, a called strike off the arm of Austin Cushman. This is a situation where it is Senior Day, and it is all seniors starting for the Colts. All 9 seniors on this team getting the start today in the field and enjoying this beautiful Sierra Vista day. Called strike at the knees. Cushman ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that is popped foul off the first base side. And again, a tale of 2 teams. The Caballeros from Flowing Wells. Tough season. 8-16. Technically 8-16-1. Buena is 18-6. Ground ball going to Brown. He will 1 pump, throw it over to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. And just like that, the Colts will be coming up to the bat. After a 1-2-3 effort by Austin Cushman, we will see the Buena Fighting Colts coming to the plate here in the bottom of the first. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors who make this coverage possible. Could not do it without them, like SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. The MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista and Cochise County, backed by Morse. We did the Vehicle of the Week earlier today and went to the Nissan store and had a great time over there talking to them about a brand new Nissan vehicle. You can see that on the Cool FM page. We're coming to you from the sports page. I do need to let someone know to make sure we get shared over to the Cool FM main page, but you can also find Cool FM on YouTube and all sorts of fun places. So glad that you're joining us here today on this beautiful day. If you can leave some love in the live chat for your Buena Fighting Colts, for your Flowing Wells Caballeros, leave them some love as well. As it looks like number 3 is on the mound for Flowing Wells. These guys got pinstripes, like a black, I'd say a dark navy pinstripe with their numbers outlined in gold. As we are getting ready for the bottom of the first here, 0-0 game. It is the penultimate game of the season for Buena. This is Senior Day. It is their final home game of the regular season after their 1 loss in the last month, the last time we saw them at Desert View. We'll see how they recover and what they're going to be looking like today. And John just let me know that he'll share it over to the main page, which we always appreciate. Coming up first is great Nate at the plate. Nate Whitworth. The leadoff hitter who makes it all happen. Good breaking pitch. Called strike 1. As you see, Tommy Fernandez, the head coach, in the foreground, pacing around the coach's box. That goes inside off the catcher's mitt. Beautiful day for baseball here at Coppola Field in Sierra Vista. That ball will go high. Fastball. Nate ducking out of the way of that one. Light breeze picking up as I have the camera protected by my umbrella here. And that'll be called ball. So 3 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter for Buena here in the bottom of the first. And that is ball 4. So, leadoff hitter aboard for Buena. And up next is the pitcher, and that is oh my goodness. Called strike at the knees to Austin Cushman, number 21, the pitcher for Buena today. Not a lot of chatter coming from the Buena dugout. Whitworth goes to second. The throw not in time. Stolen base for Whitworth. Runner in scoring position for Buena with no outs here in the bottom of the first. Head coach Tommy asked Nate, do you need a runner? If so, we can get you one. And that is fouled back. Glad you're joining us today here in Sierra Vista for the final home game of the regular season for Buena High School. Whitworth stays after the ball gets bobbled by the catcher. Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call. That breaking pitch goes high, and 2 batters, 2 walks. Runners on first and second. No outs. Bryson Haymore comes to the bat. Big bad Bryson. Get ready to launch one. Extra base hit will score 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. It's a 0-0 game thus far. And that is a pop fly going to the first base side. It will go out of bounds. Out of play. It's a 0-1 count to Haymore. And that is a sharp shot to the shortstop, who makes a good stop, gets the force out at second, so 1 down, but runners on the corners. As downtown Brandon Brown will step up to the plate. And the wind is blowing almost across the field, kind of toward right field, toward the first base side. So they all get the calls from Coach Tommy. As Brandon Brown steps into the batter's box. The number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter for Buena. Looks like a pinch runner, Skylar Leone, in. And that pitch goes inside, and Skylar will race home. It'll be a foot race, and Skylar gets there first. And Bryson thinks about advancing to third and then stops and heads back to second. But the pass ball scores 1. It is 1-0 Buena with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And he watches the strike go outside. It should be 1 ball, 1 strike to downtown Brandon Brown. That goes low and away. I believe it's 2 balls, 1 strike. The scoreboard operator, or the scoreboard, not showing the exact count at the moment, but 1 down. And Brandon takes, so it'll be 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitter's pitch coming for Brandon Brown. As you hear the crowd cheering him on. And he hammers one, drills it to right field. It bounces in for a base hit. Haymore will round third and head home. The throw will go home, but not in time. And Brandon will advance to second and round second. Stop there. It is 2-0 Buena on an RBI single by Brandon Brown here in the bottom of the first.
Good job, Brandon!
Excuse me, RBI double as Brandon got that. Stands at second base. Either way, our angel in the outfield, Angel Olivares, steps up to the plate, number 10. Watches that go inside, and they're going to say it's hit. Oh, no, that hit him. Hit him somewhere on the wrist, it sounded like. It was inside, so he will take the base, and Buena has runners on first and second with one down. As Kai comes to the plate. That is low. So here's where we're at. If you're just joining us, we're in the bottom of the first inning. Buena already leads 2-0, has two on with one down. On senior day, the penultimate game of the season, called strike evens account, 1 ball, 1 strike. These two teams will meet again in 24 hours, but next time it'll be in Flowing Wells for the final game of the regular season for Buena High School. They could end up with a 20-win season. That goes through to left field. They will stop Brandon at third. Brandon will hold at third, so the bases are loaded with one down. As the other Kai steps into the batter's box. Time is called as the entire infield comes in to have a chat with the starting pitcher for Flowing Wells. The Caballeros, 8-16-1. They're 2-5 in the 5A Southern, sitting in 5th place, whereas Buena still in first place in the 5A Southern with a 6-1 record, 18-6 overall. A chance for a 20-win season. The question has been asked, when was the last 20-win season that Buena baseball has had? And I'm still waiting for the answer. But once we do get that answer, of course, we'll share it with you. But it's been a while. A 20-win season is something you don't see every year. And first-year head coach Tommy Fernandez is seeing it and coaching it with his staff, doing amazing work with these talented seniors. 3 of them on the base paths right now as Kai Erlmeyer steps into the batter's box with the bases loaded, one down here in the bottom of the first, takes low, 1-0. Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call. Trying to do a little double duty for you here today. That is fouled back, going out of play. Evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded for Kai Erlmeyer. Takes a swing on a high chopper. The third baseman will throw all the way over to first. First baseman stays on, gets the force at first, but another run will come across the plate in that sacrifice. It is 3-0 Buena here in the bottom of the first. As big Hunter Herbert, the corn-fed Colossus, number 18, comes to the bat for Buena. Runners on second and third for Buena. He takes high. It's almost impossible to throw a high pitch to Hunter. He's so tall. As you see, Angel Olivares on base runner on third. The infield playing normally. The infield is just looking for the force out at first on a ground ball, but a single will score 2. Hunter watches, takes a strike, the first one of his at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, 3-0. Gets a sharp shot out to center field, but the center fielder catches it. Almost a snow cone catch out there in center for a hard shot third out of this inning. Buena will leave 2 on, but not before they put 3 across the plate. And Buena will lead Flowing Wells 3-0 as we head to the top of the second inning. Thank you to all of our sponsors that make this coverage possible, like the Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell your home or land, you make your first call to your real estate expert, Sherry ETHELL at Long Realty. Thank you to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista for your vehicle title registration, driver's license, identification, written testing, road testing, and so much more. Look for the pink door at 999 East Fry Boulevard, and that is where you will find Jennifer and her staff, and they are ready to help you with all of your title needs for your vehicle. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, Damon, Marie, the Trejo family and team. For all your landscaping needs, you make sure that you turn your yard into a paradise because of Grasshopper Landscaping, where you will always find quality from the ground up. Well, Nate, it's the last home game for Buena. We wouldn't miss it, even if I have to be here by myself for the meantime, until John gets over here to join me. So I'm doing the best I can behind the camera and on the call. Thanks so much for your comment. Leave some love in the live chat for Buena. They lead 3-0 here in the top of the second inning as Flowing Wells comes to the plate. Cushman on the mound for Buena today. Called strike, evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike. The broadcast of this game started about, oh goodness gracious, a hit by pitch by Cushman. So puts the leadoff runner on for Flowing Wells on the hit by pitch. As I was saying before I so rudely interrupted myself, the broadcast started just a few minutes late as the game started. I'd say about a minute and a half early, just about ready to go, making sure all of our technical things were in place, and the game was getting rolling. So, but you didn't miss much, just missed a couple of strikeouts by Flowing Wells at the hand of that man right there, number 21, Austin Cushman, senior for this team. Pitches from the stretch, the throw, and that is a swing and a miss. Cushman ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now you're hearing some chatter from the far side of the field. And the throw back, not in time. The pick off to first. Does not get the runner there, who was hit by pitch. He was the leadoff hitter. And that ball goes outside. Can't get him to chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that goes straight up in the air, fading and going out of bounds. Out of play on that foul ball. Still a 2-2 count with a runner on. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. As Flowing Wells having a tough season. Sitting in 5th in the 5A Southern at 2-5. 8-16-1 overall. And you're wondering, how does a baseball game end in a tie? Well, it does when the lights go out and fastball goes high. They're going to check the swing and say, no swing. When there's not enough light to finish the game, they just leave it where it is. And if it ended up being tied after a certain point, that will be counted as a tie. Of course, that does not happen in the playoffs, which will be starting soon. Good job by the Flowing Wells hitter to run the count full and then take that ball 4. So the tying run is at the plate for Flowing Wells. That is number 2. I believe that is the pitcher for Flowing Wells. My notes are on the ground, so I've got my umbrella in one hand, protecting the sun. He decides to go for a bunt on that fastball, and oh no, player is hurt. A player ends up twisting his ankle for Flowing Wells. All right, so we'll cut away for a moment. So it looked like on that bunt, he was running, as they're going to call for a trainer. That had to be a nasty ankle turn. We'll just take a look out in center field right now, as they're going to see if he's okay. A couple of coaches, including Coach Tommy from Buena, checking on number 6. I believe his last name is Murillo, if I can read the back of his jersey okay. So again, an injury on the field. We're just keeping the camera away for privacy of the individual. And the trainers are coming out on the field. As it's literally right in front of us, so it's on his right foot. He's able to move his ankle. So now they're going to see if they can get him up, and they do, so we'll show that. So he's going to stand on it for a second to see if he can put weight on it. But again, on that sacrifice bunt attempt that ended up going for a strike, as the crowd here applauds as he's able to walk under his own power. But he will get a pinch runner on second base. So again, here's where we'll regroup. The count is 0-1. There's no outs here in the top of the second inning. Thanks for the love there, Jared. Always appreciate you, bro. No outs, 2 on. Top of the second inning. Tying run at the plate for Flowing Wells. Showing bunt again. And pulls back for a ball. That will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're not holding the runner on second. The first baseman, Hunter, was playing in. Now is stepping back. So infield playing normally, looking for a double, if not triple play here. They're going to take the force to third. The bunt shown, and they pull back. Called strike on that fastball. That had some heat. And that is a strikeout for out number 1 here in the top of the second inning. So 1 down, 2 on. As the next batter for Flowing Wells comes to the plate, number 5. If you're a fan of Flowing Wells, leave us some love in the live chat for your team. Hey, they had a tough season, but we know that no matter the season that these athletes have, these student athletes, we root them on all the way. They're going to do a flip toss over to third. Great job by Austin Cushman to get to that ball as quickly as possible, not need to set his feet for a throw, more like a shovel pass over to Brandon at third, getting the force out at third, and just like that, there's 2 outs. But the tying run, again, still at home plate with the 2 on. Called strike at the knees, 0-1. That breaking pitch had the batter completely locked up. A 2-strike count. You're hearing that from the outfield. They were yelling what a nasty pitch that was. And swing and a miss. The third out in the top of the second comes via strikeout off the arm of Austin Cushman, and that will retire the side. Flowing Wells leaves 2 on, can't get any across the plate. It is still 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here at Coppola Field on a beautiful day for baseball. Buena gathering up outside their dugout as the starting seniors come into their dugout for senior day here at Buena High School, celebrating their achievements, their accomplishments, all that they've done over the course of this 18-win season thus far. If they win today and in 48 hours in Flowing Wells, they will have a 20-win season. Absolutely unheard of in high school regular season baseball, but they will have done it. That's what they're going for today, is to win. You got to get number 19 before you get number 20. And they're going for number 19 today against Flowing Wells. Again, they've had a tough season. 8 wins, 16 losses. But we know that we root for our teams all across southern Arizona to do great. And it was a nice fastball there as that catcher's throw ends up getting past the second baseman, bounces to the shortstop. They try to go around the horn. Third baseman drops it, but hands it to the pitcher. So here we go. Leadoff hitter for Buena here in the bottom of the second. Tommy Fernandez finding his spot right in front of us inside the third base coach's box. Watches a ball. And that is a grounder bouncing to shortstop. Shortstop has a long throw to make. Not in time. Leadoff hitter on. He dives back into first base just to make sure he's safe. Right in front of Ryan Haymore. Ryan gives him a low 5 on that. And we're back to the top of the order for Buena here in the bottom of the second inning with Great Nate at the plate. As time is called, you know, on that infield single, I don't even know if the shortstop would have, even if it would have been right on the money, I don't know if it would have been in time. And they are replacing their starting pitcher. Their starting pitcher comes out after 1 inning. Looks like they'll be bringing in their left fielder. I don't know if he'll be pitching or if he's part of, yep, he is. He's winding up his arm. So the left fielder will be taking the mound for Flowing Wells in this 3-0 game that Buena is currently leading with no outs here in the bottom of the second. They'll have 1 on. With Nate Whitworth coming to the plate in the meantime, the next pitcher will get his warm-up throws in. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. You can see them in the post description, like Aloe Fiber, American Southwest Credit Union, and so many more. Hey, if you would like to be a sports sponsor on the award-winning Cool FM Sports, by all means, send Todd Ryan a message via the Cool FM Sports Facebook page or the Cool FM Live main page. You send him a message and let him know that you would like your business to be a part of Cool FM Sports. And he'll get you that information. On this fine Tuesday here in Sierra Vista at Coppola Field, Buena has a 3-0 lead over Flowing Wells. and they left 2 on. So to put it in perspective, Buena was opening up a can in the bottom of the first, making sure that what happened to them last week, getting their first loss in 1 month, making sure that that does not happen, that they don't have to play from behind against Flowing Wells. In the meantime, the umpire will apparently chase down the ball that was against the back wall. That's where we'll pick up our coverage. Bottom of the second inning. Nobody out. Buena leads 3-0. Runner on first, and we are at the top of the order. That ball goes in the dirt, gets underneath the catcher's legs, and the runner will take off and head to second base. Good heads up running. So, a runner in scoring position with no outs because of the pass ball on the catcher. And that goes high. 2-0.
Omar, this side, make sure you see the ball through, okay? Don't let one out.
So Omar on second. And that breaking pitch goes in the dirt for ball 3. Wind picking up. And he watches a strike at a 3-0 count, making it 3-1. That goes inside for ball 4. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. As Cushman comes to the plate, looking to help his own cause on the mound, while in the batter's box, senior Austin Cushman here on this penultimate game of the regular season for Buena High School. The wind picking up. Watches that low.
Hey, watch the ship downhill, then open. Nowhere to go right now.
Called strike. So, the count even, nobody out. 2 on for Buena. From the stretch, the pitch, that is low. 2-1. And that breaking pitch breaks out for ball 3. And that is ball 4, almost in the spot where strike 1 was called. But nonetheless, that will load the bases with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Over on the softball field, the Buena girls softball team leads 4-3 in the third. We are at 3-0 Buena in the lead here in the bottom of the second. As Bryson Haymore comes to the plate in the 3 slot, the 4th batter of this inning. That ball goes in the dirt inside. Infield playing way in. They're ready for that force at home to try to prevent any more runs from coming across the plate for Buena. Watches that strike, evens a count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, just look how in the infield's playing. Normally the shortstop plays back here. But everybody, either on the grass or on the fringe, drives it to deep right center field, way back, bounces at the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runners are right on top of each other, and they will come around and score as well. It is a bases clearing double for Bryson Haymore, and it is 6-0 Colts. A lot of boom going on there in the Buena dugout. A 3 RBI double. Doubles Buena's score. It's 6-0 here in the bottom of the second with downtown. Brandon Brown at the plate. Brandon watches that ball go inside, 1-0. We know how aggressive this team can be. You know, for as quiet as they're being in the dugout, that's something that we're not used to seeing. We're used to seeing them being aggressive. That ball fouled off of Brandon's instep. Hopefully it was his left foot. That's where he's got the padding, but I'm not sure if that's where it went off of. He's got the shin guard there on the inside on his left leg. So he'll take a step out, take a couple breaths, and then come back in. The end of the batter's box. If you just heard a pop, there is a track meet going on over at the track. It sounds like a lot of middle school teams are announcing different elementary schools and middle schools. So a track meet happening over there, which is why you hear the firing of a gun. And Brandon lines one into center field. That will drop in for a base hit. Bryson will round third and head home, and he is safe at home. Brandon with an RBI single, making it 7-0 Colts. No outs. Bottom of the second. Leave some love in the live chat for your Colts. Almost halfway to a mercy rule in the fourth. That goes low for Angel Oliveras at the plate for Buena. Thank you so much for joining us here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call. It's a tough day here. And Brandon will go ahead and steal no, throw down, and he will be nailed. Great throw by the Flowing Wells catcher to get Brandon. So that is the first out of the inning. Not sure if it was a missed call. The way that Brandon was looking back and the way that Coach Tommy ended up walking all the way into the dugout, not sure if there was a missed call by Angel in the batter's box. Either way, one down, bases empty now, 7-0 Buena. Angel with a high chopper that goes to the third baseman. No time to throw because he's on the fringe of left field. By the time he comes down with that, nowhere to go. Angel on board with one out here in the bottom of the second. A 7-0 game. That goes high. Thank you to all the sponsors who make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description. Low and inside, they fake the throw. And actually, oh my gosh, the ball came out of the catcher's hand as he tried to fake the throw to first to push Angel back on the base. But the ball slipped out of his hand and went all the way to the third baseman. watching, and that getting called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down, 1 on. 7-0 lead for Buena here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. As one of the Kais is at the bat again, you hear the shot, that firing. That was over on the track field, the track meet happening. That goes outside, and Angel slides into second, and he will race to third on the overthrow into center field. They'll throw it to third, not in time. Another run, 90 feet away for Buena here in the bottom of the 2nd. And that is popped foul. Heads up, guys. Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. Got all the kids sitting back here. I'll show you what's going on behind us. Got all the families and the kiddos just hanging out here. Swing and a miss. Out number 2. Kyrelmeyer at the bat. Sharp grounder that gets through to center field. Angel will score on the RBI single by Kai. It is 8-0 Buena with 2 down here in the bottom of the 2nd. And up next, the corn-fed Colossus himself, Big Hunter Herbert, senior first baseman. And that is fisted toward second shortstop. Shortstop throws over to first in time. So Buena will leave 1 on, but not before 5 more come across the plate in the bottom of the 2nd, making it 8-0 Buena. I'm going to give you a look at how my setup is here. Let me put my umbrella down for a second. So here's my view. I'm up over this. I'm standing on these lighting rigs here. Just to give you a little inside baseball here. As a scoreboard over there. Looks like Buena is up 6-2 for the softball girls. Putting a whomping on Flowing Wells. I assume they're playing Flowing Wells. That's been the method and the way that things have gone over the course of this season. There's former Buena baseball coach Mark Schaefer. He would be able to tell us when the last time that Buena won 20 games was. And coming up over here, let's just show you. Since I got a second, we'll come over here and show you there's a big track meet going on. So I'm trying to see if you can see. The sun is coming down. There's some of the runners going across as the track is all set up. All sorts of different events happening all around. It's great to see all sorts of sports being utilized here on these fields. Baseball, softball, track, all of them going on today. But for us, it's all about baseball. It's all about Buena. Looking for their 19th win of this season. Let me get reset here. Get the umbrella back. And there we go, called strike. Cushman's still in for Buena. That is low. Evens account, 1 ball, 1 strike. Buena with an 8-0 lead here in the bottom of the 2nd. Jeff Davenport behind the camera. And on the call, swing and a miss. Fastball called strike 3. On the inside part of the plate. Another K for Cushman. And it looks like that will be his last throw. So Cushman is going to come out of the game on senior day, getting some love from the pitching coach as he leaves the field, getting an ovation from the crowd here at Buena High School for senior day. Having all of his teammates come, give him a big hug, high five and hug, as he ends up going into the dugout. As they do a little musical gloves. So Cairo Meyer will be on the mound for Buena. And as he takes his warm-up pitches, let me see what sponsors I forgot. I can only do so much without John here, I'll tell you. It's darn near impossible. Thank you so much to Barnett's Towing and Propane, serving our community since 1963. And Copper Queen Community Hospital, with locations in Bisbee, Douglas, and Hereford. Make an appointment with one of their medical care providers today. Thank you to Right Way, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Working hard to earn your trust the right way, now serving Cochise County. And thank you to SOCI. When the pressure's on, they say challenge accepted. Hopefully, Flowing Wells has that same attitude. We know Buena does. Let me grab a drink of water here. So in order to avoid a view like this the entire time, we have to stand on something like this. So congratulations to the Heat 3 winner in Lane 3 from Colonel Smith over at the track field. Or the track around the football field, I should say. So 1 out here in the top of the third. Buena leads 8-0. First pitch, low. You can see all the sponsors in the post description. Thank you to each and every one of them for making this coverage possible. That'll be a called strike at the knees. Evens the count 1-1. Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call in this interesting game. Kind of what we expected. We knew Buena would bounce back after their loss last week. Their first loss in a month. And boy, they got off to a hot start today. 3 runs in the bottom of the first, 5 runs in the bottom of the second. And here we are in the top of the third with 1 out. And that is a sharp shot into right center field, actually right field. Right fielder gets it, scoops it up, tosses it back in. A 1-out single for Flowing Wells.
Report call, boys high jump and girls shot put. Report call, boys high jump.
So boys high jump and girls shot put going on over at the track behind us. Called strike. Let's go look over at the girls' game here. Oh, Buena girls softball leading 7-2 in the fourth. Go Colts. That breaking pitch doesn't break enough. Now you get a little bit of chatter from the Flowing Wells bench. Swing and a miss on the high heat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, 1 on. Top of the third. Buena leads 8-0. And that is a called strike 3. They shoot down to first to try to get the tag on the runner leading. Not in time, but that is enough for the second out here in the top of the third. Bring up the next batter for Flowing Wells. Showing bunt. You can see Bryson coming in on third. And that is a pop fly. Everybody racing to get there, but they can't. It will land in foul territory, but still in the field of play. There goes the pitch. The throw down to second is way high into center field. And they will hold the runner at second as he comes up kind of holding his knee. It's already one injured player for Flowing Wells in this game. So again, 2 down. So Bryson shifted over to third base. Cushman is at short, which ended up bumping Brandon Brown out to left field, switching up the Buena defense. And that is foul tipped. Hanging in there with a 2-strike count and 2 down. First runner in scoring position for Flowing Wells today. Again, fouled back, hanging in there.
Hey, go!
And that is a sharp shot to short. Cushman scoops, throws in time at first base, and that is the third out of the inning. Flowing Wells will leave one on. No runs come across. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Buena still leads 8-0. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make this coverage possible. Again, you can see them in the post description. And again, congratulations to all the seniors here on Senior Day at Buena High School. I'm going to come down here and grab a quick drink. As unfortunately doing this all by hand today. Just Jeff behind the camera and on the call for you. A lot going on because Buena here leads 8-0. Over there on the softball field, the Buena softball team leads 7-2 in the fourth. And over there on that track is like a middle school track meet going on. So a lot of activity happening all around Buena High School. But we, here at the award-winning Cool FM Sports, we're focused on Coppola Field. Glad you guys are joining us and so grateful for all of our sponsors. You can see them all in the post description. Thank you so much to SSVEC, the MORSE Automotive Group, Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty, BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, Copper Queen Community Hospital, Grasshopper Landscaping, Ginger's Title, Aloe Fiber, Right Way, SOCI, and ASCU. Grab my umbrella. Keep the phone protected from the sun, as well as my head. With this wind blowing, there's a bald spot that gets exposed, and that is on the back of my head. So, you gotta keep it protected as much as possible. I'm glad you're finding time on your Tuesday afternoon. Sounds like a Moody Blues song, hanging out with us here. Brandon Brown? No, number 23 will end up... My gosh, we've batted through the order almost again. Number 23, Omar, will come to the plate. In the on-deck circle is the top of the order, Nate Whitworth. Again, doing this without my notes here, because usually John Berger's here running the camera, and I have two hands on my notes. That is a sharp shot. Foul. Wow, breaking pitch that ended up faking Omar out at the plate. One ball, one strike. And that goes low, 2-1. Again, Buena with an 8-0 lead here in this game. Looking to possibly put this thing away in the 4th or 5th if they keep up their run production. And that is a sharp shot just past the outreached arm of the shortstop into left field. A leadoff single puts one runner on as we head back to the top of the order with big, great Nate at the plate. Nate Whitworth, senior. Inside the batter's box for Buena. That is popped foul on the first base side over the visiting team dugout. Leave some love in the live chat for your Buena Colts. Up 8-0. No outs and a runner on. They throw back over to first. Safe. Wind still picking up. It's a hit and run, and they're forcing the runner to go back, but he doesn't need to. The right fielder was playing so far over towards center, the hit and run still ends up being effective to put runners on first and third with no outs for Buena. That right fielder and the wind, I think, carried that ball closer to the right field line than expected, and the right fielder was shading more towards center. So a hit and run puts him on the corners for Cushman at the plate. Starting pitcher has a couple more strikeouts on his season. Fouls that one back out of play. The runner will go. The ball is high. They throw back to third instead of second. So stolen base. Two runners in scoring position for Buena, with Cushman at the plate. No outs. And that goes behind Cushman's head. Glad he was able to duck and cover. From the stretch. And that is a sharp shot. Foul. Right down the third baseline, but just foul. Again, Buena leads 8-0 here in the bottom of the third. There are no outs. Two runners on board, both in scoring position. Whitworth on second, Omar on third. Cushman at the plate. Haymore in the hole. Actually, Haymore in the batter's box. Brandon Brown in the hole. And that is a pop fly, and that is heading out of play. Still bouncing, and they're going to say foul ball. So they were waiting until the very last second to see if the runners could advance on that play. Boy, it has been all offense for Buena. Again, runners on second and third, nobody out here. In the bottom of the third, Buena leads 8-0. And this is the top of the lineup. Exactly where you want to be to put the maximum amount of runs on the board. Cushman at the plate. Haymore on deck. Brandon Brown in the hole. And that is a high pop fly. Way high. It's going to land. No, it's dropped by the left fielder. Not able to hold on. 1 run will score from third. Omar will score from third. Nate will have to hold at second. But that was such a high fly ball and wasn't sure where it was going to land. The wind pushed just at the last second. But that makes it 9-0 Colts. And we'll bring up Bryson Haymore. He had a bases clearing double the last time we saw him. He's already got 3 RBIs on the day. That goes high. Great job by the Flowing Wells catcher to not let that ball go behind him and put both runners in scoring position.
Hey, we got nobody.
No outs. That is popped straight up in the air. The catcher looking to make the play. Runs and it ends up bouncing fair. They're going to throw to third to get the force. It's fair. They're going to say fair, and so there will be a force out at third. They're trying to figure out what's going on. It is a force out. Now it's a tag, he's out. Even though, yeah, that looked like if there ever was a situation for an infield fly rule, that was pretty much it. But the ball dropped. And unfortunately, Whitworth, great Nate, ended up getting caught. So Brandon Brown up at the plate. Again, Buena leads 9-0 here in the bottom of the third. It's going to be low. Ball 1. Low, ball 2. Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call here at Coppola Field at Buena High School in Sierra Vista, Arizona. As Brandon Brown drives one high in the air towards center field. Center fielder underneath makes the catch. Runners will go back. So Brandon just got under that one just a little bit. So that is 2 outs. Now he thinks it's 3. The umpire says it's 3 outs.
He's on first base. Infield fly still on first base. He's not out. You didn't call an infield fly. Doesn't make him out.
Yeah, if it was infield fly, everybody should have gone back. So now they're talking about where the 3 outs were. And he's not going to put up a fight with a 9-0 lead. Interesting calls by the umpiring crew, but nonetheless, they got the best view in the house. We do our best to give you as good a view as possible here. Let me grab a drink. Oh, goodness gracious. So this would normally be your view at any baseball game if you're watching, but not us. There's the view we give you as I step up on my little perch here. I got a little perch set up. There's my umbrella, my old lady umbrella that I use to make sure that I can't burn, can't get sunburn on my bald head. Can't be doing that. But 9-0, Buena leads here as we head to the top of the fourth inning. This game brought to you by American Southwest Credit Union. Experience better rates and personalized service at ascu.org, right in the palm of your hand. Join the credit union that supports your community, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Thank you to SOCI at soci.com. Right Way, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County. Allo Fiber, become a fiber fan today at allofiber.com, now serving Sierra Vista. Thank you to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The corn-fed Colossus, the 6'4" big boy, Hunter Herbert, is on the mound warming up for Buena. As I just give my arm a break here. I'm doing this by hand. I don't have the cool tripod that John usually brings. Either way, I still think there was a question about how many outs there were. So, nonetheless, 9-0. Buena's not going to make a big stink out of it here on Senior Day. As you see, the fielders getting all warmed up. Beautiful throw down to second. And I'll grab the umbrella.
Stay in a hurry. Go, Hunter. Get your head right here. Hey, go.
So, Hunter Herbert on the mound for Buena. Good overhand throw, that motion that the big man does. Didn't seem like a fastball, seemed more like a changeup to start. The top of the fourth. And that is a called strike. 0-2. So the sun in the face of the entire right field side, first base, second base, right field for sure, have the sun right in their face as it is setting. You can see the shadows, how they cast across. That goes high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter for Flowing Wells. Sitting at 8-16-1 on their season. That will run the count full. Getting ahead. 0-2. I believe it's 3-2 now. Swing and a miss. Strikeouts. 1 away in the top of the fourth. Great crowd here for Buena's Senior Day, final home game of the year for the Colts. What's that? Well, final home game of the regular season. Thank you, Coach. We know that the playoffs will come through Coppola Field, but for the regular season, one ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Now that is high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Appreciate all the love in the live chat. Thank you guys so much for your positive words, positive vibes, leaving love, some hearts, some thumbs ups for Buena. And that is a shallow shot to right. And that will fall in fair and bounce over the head of Kai in right field. They'll throw in, but not before a one-out double happens right in front of us. So time is called on the field. Is somebody grilling some burgers? Now I'm smelling some burgers. Yeah. I wish this was smell-o-vision. You guys could smell it too. The snack shack must be busy. And drilled right in the center of the back, the lower back. So that'll put 2 on with 1 down. Pinch runner being brought in for Flowing Wells as that batter will go and stretch out that back a little bit. That took a thump. From the stretch, runners on first and second, 1 down. It's going to be a called strike. Dozens and dozens of people here. At Buena High School today, watching our Colt baseball team, but there's probably hundreds, if not close to 1,000 people here between this game, between the softball game, which, by the way, looks like the opponent is coming back. It's 7-5 over there on the softball field. But then there's a track meet going on right around the track, just to our right. Happening over yonder, over there. So we've got track, we've got softball, and we've got baseball all happening at Buena High School today. Oh boy, high heat. Makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. And now, Tommy calls time. It is 9-0 Buena. But 2 are on. Yeah, if you want to leave that in the live chat, it's currently 9-0. Please do. Feel free. Because it's just me. It's just Jeff behind the camera and on the call. Can only do so much, guys. Doing the best I can. So time called for Hunter Herbert to have a little conversation with Tommy Fernandez. Buena on the cusp of their 19th win of the season. See if we can get a word with Coach Schaefer in between innings and talk about the legacy, the history that he has over 4 decades with Buena High School baseball specifically. And when was the last time that Buena had a 20-win team? Oh, it's softball barbecuing. That's where the barbecue is coming from. I thought I smelled some burgers on the grill. You can't fool this nose. That is a shot to short. Double play. Can they get the turn? Safe at first. That ball was just hit soft enough. But that will make for 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Runners on the corners for Flowing Wells. They're still down 9-0. Again, I always love calling the names of the opposing players, but my notes are on the ground, and Got the umbrella in one hand, the gimbal in the other. So if you know the names of the Flowing Wells student athletes at the plate, please feel free. Leave that in the post description. Give them a shout out. They've worked hard all season long. After this one, there's only one game left in the regular season. And that is popped foul over the dugout of Flowing Wells. It's probably the most quiet game that we've had all season. Normally there's a lot of chatter going on from the dugouts. But in a 9-0 game, here in the fourth, but runners on the corners, Flowing Wells could possibly get some on board. The runner will end up taking second. No throw down to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. From the stretch, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Flowing Wells will leave 2 on. Get none across. The shutout continues as we head to the bottom of the fourth. It is 9-0 Buena. I put the umbrella down for a second. Come over here and have a chat with Coach Schaefer. Coach, you can give me some history. You can give me some history about this. The last time Buena had a 20-win regular season, when was that?
I think it might have been 2018. We had a pretty good team. Before that, I don't remember when. I'm not even sure if that was. We made it to the playoffs that year and had a game here.
But it's incredible what this team has been able to do this season. Again, the legacy that you helped build, and literally people following in your extremely large footsteps. And what is it like to see this team continue to succeed?
Oh, it's a great thing. The coaching staff, the kids have done a great job. They've played well. I was talking to one of the coaches before the game. They're starting to gel. They're doing a lot of things that are extremely important to have a good club.
And obviously we talked about there will be a playoff game here.
Yes.
There's not a question as to what will happen when. But seeing some of these players here, who are some of your picks to click when we get to the postseason?
I think Austin Cushman will play really well. I think that Kai Ermeyer is going to do a good job. Bryson Haymore has been swinging the bat pretty well. And it just, I talked to Coach Deuce and he won a state championship and he said they just started clicking right at the right time. And if they get a base hit here and a base hit here and throw strikes and play some defense, they got a chance. They got some maturity and they'll be okay.
I think so. And great senior leadership here.
Yep.
Of course, great leadership from you for all those years. Thanks so much, Coach, for chatting with us here. Live at Buena High School. 1-0 count to Angel Oliveras. Let me try to clip my... Try to clip my microphone back in. Sorry about that. So, Buena up 9-0. 2 balls, 1 strike to Angel Oliveras at the plate for Buena. The leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fourth. And that is a shot right at the second baseman into his glove. They go around the horn. As Kai will come up from the left hand side of the batter's box. 1 down, 9-0 Buena. Another shot that just slips underneath the glove of the shortstop into center field. A 1-out base hit for Kai. Up next is Kai. He gets a signal from Coach Tommy Fernandez, coaching this Buena team ultimately to what will be their 19th win, barring any extremely chaotic situation. Runner will go. The throw is off the mark, and the runner is safe. So Kai in scoring position for Kai to hit him in. Watches that one go high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. 9-0 lead for Buena, but a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th. And if they get one more run in this inning and then can shut out Flowing Wells, this game will go home early. That is fouled back. Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call. Thank you so much to our sponsors who make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description. Umpire coming over to take a peek at the ball. Again, these two teams will meet 48 hours from right now on Thursday afternoon for the final game of the regular season in Flowing Wells.
Nobody.
That goes in the dirt, and it is a 1-out walk. So runners on first and second for Buena as Big Hunter Herbert comes to the plate. And it looks like they're going to have a talk with the pitcher. That is the 3rd pitcher for Flowing Wells today. Buena has also seen 3 pitchers on senior day here in Sierra Vista.
No.
So I'm not sure who's coming in or what's happening. Looks like a new pitcher will be coming in for Flowing Wells. Put the umbrella down for a minute. Little Black Eyed Peas playing on your Tuesday afternoon at Buena High School. I got a feeling tonight's going to be a good night, too, for these young student-athletes from Buena High School who, barring any insane thing happening, will get their 19th win of the season and will head for their 20th. As we talked to head coach Mark Schaefer of the Buena High School baseball program for a better part of 4 decades, he thinks the last time that Buena had a 20-win regular season was in 2018. Before then, he does not recall that happening. So this is a special team set for a special course in this special season that we've been bringing you here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Grab another drink here. Try to wet my whistle. It is dry out here. Let's get the umbrella up and good. There we go. Now we're back to action. So let's reset. 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the 4th. Hunter Herbert at the plate. Now that is low. One ball, no strikes. With softball going on, with track going on. That ball will bounce. Both runners will advance as the ball gets behind the catcher. So with 1 out, 2 in scoring position. Buena softball still leads 7-5 in the 6th inning on the field across from us. Just a little bit further north from where we are. From the stretch, the pitch. Herbert gets just a piece of it. Brings the count to 2-1 with 1 down, 2 in scoring position for the Colts. As you hear the pop of gunfire going off in the background for the track meet happening around the football field. Just a little bit ago, they were calling for a shot put and high jump. A breaking pitch called for strike 2. Herbert could have taken that for a ride. Didn't pull the trigger. So 2-2 count. With 2 on. And that is a shot into left field. The left fielder makes the catch. An improbable catch by the left fielder. Ends up being the 2nd out of the inning. Will Buena end up stranding 2? Omar comes to the plate. Now Omar had a base hit his last at bat. A base hit could score 2. As there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Way out in front on that breaking pitch from the Flowing Wells. 4th pitcher of this game. Pitching from the stretch. And that breaking pitch breaks, and Omar ducks out of the way, but breaks enough to be in front of the plate. Again, if Omar gets a base hit and they score 2, Buena will be up 11-0. They're up 9-0 right now. And that 10-run rule could take effect. Watches that go low and away. Great eye. I believe it counts 2-1 as I'm smelling more burgers and dogs in the background being cooked for the girls' softball team. They know how to celebrate senior day over at the softball field. That goes inside. So a walk would load the bases and bring up the top of the order. Three and 1. The pitch. That goes low. Bases are juiced. So, the top of the order comes to the plate. It is Great Nate at the plate for Buena. They lead 9-0 with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. And that is a sharp shot, and coach gets out of the way and lands right in front of us. Off the fence. As they throw it back to the catcher, he'll give it back to the umpire. So 0-1. 2 down. Bases loaded for Whitworth. That evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sounds like they've got a play-by-play commentator for the track now. I haven't heard him all day, but... And that is a pop fly going out of play off the first base side. But 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Really want to see that 10th run come across right here, right now, with the bases loaded. But a 2-strike count to Whitworth. He waits on that. fists it into right field. That will score one. Kai will round third and head home. Out at third. But the run does score. So it should be 11-0 Buena. But Omar coming in hard at third base. Looks like he might have jammed his wrist as he's holding it. Gets up a little gingerly. As the Cool FM chopper is in the air right over us. Be looking for traffic and weather on the nines. $11-0 Buena. Let me grab a little water here. As we see this team take the field for most likely what will be the final 3 outs, barring any crazy situation. Because Flowing Wells needs to put 2 up on the board to keep this game going as we're in the top of the 5th inning. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description.
Shut him down, B.
And it is Bryson Haymore on the mound to bring this game to an end here in the 5th. It's 15 runs through 4, 10 runs through 5. It ends up being the demarcation for a mercy rule here in high school baseball, and we're just about ready to see Buena do that as they lead 11-0 here in the top of the 5th. Take a good last look here at Coppola Field in Sierra Vista, because the next time you see it, it will be the playoffs. And again, these two teams will meet 48 hours from right now in Flowing Wells. So Haymore on the mound. I don't even know if we've seen him on the mound this year. Strike one. It's going to be high and away for strike 2. As the third base coach gives us a little bit clearer view now. Swing, miss. That was some straight fire off the arm of Bryson Haymore. The breaking pitch locks up the batter. 1 down. 2 outs away from their 19th win of the season. And time is called as Ryan comes out to have a chat with Bryson.
Give him a big old hug.
There we go. Senior day. Father and son.
Attaboy, B.
ERA 0. As Whitworth comes in. Beautiful day for baseball here on this field. In the 5th, 11-0 Buena. Over on the softball field, the Buena girls still lead 8-5. And over on the football field, actually around the football field, is the track, and that's what's going on over there. Probably close to 1,000 people here all around. Yeah, exactly. Let's go look at the signs they got. Look at that. People bringing signs on Senior Day. Look at all these amazing signs. Look at that. All the fun. How long did it take you to print those up? I mean, look at that. That is effort right there. Or did you just save it from last season? Or did you? Nope. It's all fresh for 2025.
His aunt did it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, great job, guys. Great job on the signs. Loving this one right here, too. Loving that one.
I love that, B.
So Whitworth on the mound for Buena. 1 down, top of the 5th, breaking pitch high, ball 1. And that is a high fly ball to right center field. Angel going over and will make the catch way out in center, in deep right center field. And Flowing Wells is down to their final out. Buena, 1 out away from their 19th win of the season and 48 hours away from their 20th win of the season. And getting the fly out, will that be the end of this pitching outing? It will be. Big hugs. As they're letting everybody get in on senior day. And again, look at all the folks here. It is a great crowd at Buena High School. And it looks like shutdown Brandon Brown will take the field, or take the mound. As he gets everything tucked in and situated. From being a catcher, you got everything, you got all the gear you got to take off, and now you got to get on the mound and start throwing around. I think Brandon did go out and throw some in the bullpen a little bit ago. But it is a deadly fastball that Brandon Brown has. And they want to get everybody in this final home game of the regular season here at Buena High School. Great music choices here. And see the outfielders huddled up out there. It is 11-0 here in the 5th inning. And that game is wrapped up over on the softball field. Last time I saw, Buena was leading 7-5. So hopefully that was the final score over there on the softball field. If anybody has an update from over there, please let us know in the live chat. Jeff Davenport behind the camera and on the call all game long. Grateful for an early wrap tonight. Again, barring any crazy situation where Buena gives up 2 runs. That would make the lead 9 and send it to the 6th inning. We are just about wrapped up here. Buena High School 1 out away from their 19th win of the season. The last time they had a 20-win season, Coach Schaefer believes, was in 2018. So this team is on the verge of doing something that has not been done in 7 years. So they're shifting the outfield just a little bit. Brandon Brown pitching from the stretch to close out this game today. Gets the first pitch crossed for a fastball, strike 1. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Way out in front of it. Flowing Wells down to their final strike. Buena 1 strike away from their 19th win of the season. That goes high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He is definitely bringing the heat. And that goes inside. So it'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. The burgers are smelling mighty fine here. Whoever's grilling them, they're doing a great job. from the stretch. The pitch. Foul to the backstop. Number 12 for Flowing Wells, hanging in there. Brandon Brown on the mound. And the shutdown is complete. The ball game is called. Buena gets their 19th win of the season. Here at the water balloons start flying. Looks like a water balloon fight going on. So, final score here, 11-0 in 5 innings as they bid each other a hearty congratulations. And put this down, try to get a better shot of our team, our Buena Fighting Colts right there. The Caballeros will fall to 8-17-1 on their season. Buena goes to 19-6, 1 out away from their 20th win of the year. And you will hopefully see it right here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports as the water balloons continue to fly from the dugout. These two teams will meet again at 4 p.m. on Thursday the 24th. But in the meantime, congratulations to Buena High School getting their final home win of the regular season in dominant fashion. 11-0, our final score here at Buena. And we look forward to seeing you 48 hours, actually 46 hours from right now, when we are in Flowing Wells for the final game of the regular season of 2025 as Buena goes for their 20th win of the year. Congratulations to the Colts. And thank you for watching the award-winning Cool FM Sports, signing off from Coppola Field in Sierra Vista. It is Jeff Davenport wishing you a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.